15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood, Saturday morning mayhem with two entertainment heavyweights.
100.
Join them with interviews, comedy and quizzes.
Child support money for you or something.
No chance of that, Babs.
No chance.
15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood, Saturday morning mayhem with two entertainment heavyweights.
100.
Join them with interviews, comedy and quizzes.
Child support money for you or something.
No chance of that, Babs.
No chance.
Morning, darling.
Hey everyone. Hey Alice.
So I can ask.
My internet's awful.
Join them for interviews, comedy and quizzes with the yes and no game.
Hello.
You He's gone, man.
15 minutes with Rudi Lickwood and DJ Countryman. Saturday mornings, gonna be the same again.
Lord have mercy. Lord. That's all right,
It's cold. It's cold.
You're not wrong. It is cold. It is.
So why not put on clothes then?
Wait a minute. I try to put on clothes, man. The thing is, I've still got my heating on, but I went into the bathroom, right? And the window was open. And Lord have mercy, one piece of coil licked me. One piece of coil did lick me
My
black.
father was alive now. Window open.
Jesus.
Hi, Coach.
Coach Astrid.
Coach, say it one more time. Say it again. Do it again.
Listen.
And again.
Coach, don't do it.
No,
don't
I'm
do it.
not going to move again.
Do you know why he wanted you to move, Coach? You know what?
I do.
He's
Yes,
disgusting.
I do.
Why?
What
happened?
Disgusting.
Why?
He's disgusting. Listen, man, don't ask my coach to raise that hand, yeah?
Okay.
You disgust me, man.
Okay.
You really do. Look what I put up in the corner there.
Oh, thank you.
Do you want to tell us what it is?
Oh, yes, I will. It's I authored a book called Stories of Truth and Triumph. So I'm actually an author now, published author in Amazon. And that's the picture of me on the book. So yes, and the proceeds go to a charity called Megan Space. And that's for young people who have mental health challenges and who are thinking about suicide thoughts as well.
Oh my God. It's not good, man. Oh, dude. Morning, Shugs.
Good morning. Everybody okay?
You managed to just get up just like me. You managed to get up.
Shubs,
Yes,
can you
man.
do
Just
that?
about.
Do that, Shubs. Nah. Astrid better.
Countryman, you're disgusting, man.
It's exercise. Ain't that exercise, coach? You know when you get up and you
It
do
is
that.
exercise, yes.
There you go.
Do stretch, so yes.
That's what I'm saying.
I've done my stretch this morning, thank you.
Obviously, Rudi, you have your mind gone somewhere else.
My mind ain't gone nowhere, bro. My mind is staying exactly where it normally stays.
I'm just saying.
And I only did the stairs, up and down the stairs this morning.
Why? Why you been up and down the stairs?
You fall
Well, I got 2 flights. I got to go all the way to penthouse on bottom floor.
Are you bottom floor as well?
No, I'm on top floor. I'm in the penthouse. I've got 3 floors, so I'm up there. I've come all the way down to come back down here. So that's my exercise for the morning. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? The only time I get exercise is when I go to the shop. It's about. Whoa. Who's that?
Hey.
Oh my God.
Hey, everyone.
Hi.
Hey, Astrid. Country, don't ask me to do nothing. Hello, Rudi. Don't get it. Your cheap thrills in the morning. Just not doing it this morning. Country.
Keep
it clean. Keep it clean.
Look, I'm doing it. Everybody hands up.
It's a family show.
Yeah, I know. Everybody hands up. Come on. Everybody hands up. Hands up.
No.
Astrid, don't even do it. Don't even entertain him today. Oh my
Where's the
God.
handcuffs?
Handcuffs. God see, I'm a God. Look what she got now.
Norman, you're back, bruv.
Oh, hello. Morning, everybody.
Morning, sir. Morning. Wagwan, as we say in the trade. Wagwan.
Yes, wagwan.
Wagwan, everything is guaning, man. I was talking to Norman on Monday. He was on the Keep It Real show, and we had an in-depth interview. Astrid, believe it or not, Norman is also an author.
Wow. Okay.
And he's got 2 books out. One called Bad Friday, and the other one's Britannia's Children's. He's got Volume 1 and Volume 2. If I'm correct, Norman.
You're correct.
Wow. So it's 2 published authors today, then.
So I've got we're literally spoilt today. Literally spoilt today with authors. We are.
And we got a DJ. We DJ too as well.
and we've got Shugs there who has to walk up 3 flights of stairs.
Shugs, when you reach my level, 36 flights of stairs, then come and talk to me. You only have 3 for God. You have to walk up 36 flights of stairs when the lift broke down.
Country, you need to film that for us one day so we can actually see you like climbing Mount Everest.
Listen, by the time I reach upstairs, the battery run out.
Lord of mercy.
Hi.
Morning, C.
What's going on?
See, I'm begging you to put the phone as landscape, please.
This way?
Yes, sir.
Yay.
Yeah, is that better?
That's much better. The thing is that we can look up your nose, though.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning,
brother C.
Good morning.
How
you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. This is an ungodly hour to be up on a Saturday morning. However, because it's Rudi and Rants and Bants.
That's right.
It's what?
Rants and Bants.
I said because it's Rudi, R-U-D-I, and Rants and Bants. And of course, DJ Countryman.
No, can we get the title right first? Get the title right first. Get the title right first.
Sorry. Because it is His Royal Highness, Imperial Majesty, DJ Countryman.
No.
And the ever so humble and not beggy Rudi Lickwood.
Mind your P and Q's.
And Ransom Bands, yeah.
They would have come for you, you know.
Rudi Lickwood and DJ Countryman's Ransom Bands. There you go. So thank you.
No, get it right.
Listen, what I want to call it, yeah?
Look at the top there. So look up there. So what he said? What is it? You can't read. What he said? What he said? Read what he said.
Too small for me to read, you know.
You have an eyeglass in it. Read what he said.
I can't even read that. That is so tiny. Seriously. I'd have to take off my glasses, take out my glass eye and everything to go read that. Periscope.
I'm going to keep.
Hold on, let me see if I can read it. Hold on.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Have mercy.
You're not going to win this one.
Rudy, send me the YouTube link, please.
He's still bruised, ain't it, from the...
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Can he never beat me?
Well done, C.
He never beat us.
The evidence was there, bro. I even said it
was not.
You know what?
You know what? I'm shutting up because it kind of hurt me. You cheat. As a big man in the community, you cheat.
Listen, you need to take back your chat, you know. You need to take back your chat.
Listen,
you're sounding a lot like Donald Trump now, you know.
It's a brand new year. I'm not going to hold no grudge that you cheated. We're starting all over again. It's a brand new year.
Clean slate.
Norman, just to explain to you, Norman, we have this game called the Yes No game, where a countryman has a conversation with somebody on the panel, and you're not allowed to say yes, and you're not allowed to say no, and you've got to try and last for about a minute. Can you hear me okay, Norman?
I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah, and
loud and clear.
Right, so DJ Countryman and Mr. C was having a go at it. We're battling away, and C actually managed to beat him.
He never.
Fair and square.
He did not.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He did not.
Yes, he did.
But remember, clean slate, 2021.
Okay, clean slate. So my question is this morning is, how is everybody dealing with the COVID? I know it's been difficult, but I read this the other day.
Oh, wow.
Rudy, there are levels to this show.
That's funny. That's too funny. That's too funny, bro.
Rudy, what are you trying to imply? Or did you just say it?
I'm not implying anything. I'm just saying the food had no taste. The food had no taste.
Yeah, make up your own minds.
It was bland.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much for joining 15 Minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood. Thanks for joining us, our guest Norman Samuda. We've got a very funny man with us this morning, Mr. C. We've got the Rants and Banter with Antigua, Miss Shugs, and Coach Astrid at the top there. Our special guest has just arrived, believe it or not. And he's going to tell us a little bit about himself. So let me just see if he's still there at the door. Here he is.
Hello.
Big up. Nice one.
Good morning to everyone.
Wagwan.
Blessings, Joe Dash.
How's everyone doing?
You today?
Good.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Nice to meet everyone.
See you. Yeah, and you.
This is Mr. Joe Dash, ladies and gentlemen. He's an author as well.
So we have 3 authors now.
We've got 3 authors. We've got Norman Samuda, we've got Coach Astrid, we've got Mr. Joe Dash here. He promotes health and diet through intermittent fasting and fitness, if I'm correct, Joe.
Say that last bit.
You promote health. Yes. Through diet and intermittent fitness.
No, not intermittent.
Look how far Rudy gone now.
But we know what you're saying. We know. We're piecing it together.
Thank you very much. You have to forgive me. You have to forgive me.
Hey, group work make the dream work, so we're here to support.
But he's also you're a speaker, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I'm a public speaker too, an educator. So before this lockdown, I spent most of my time public speaking and educating. But I really specialize in health and science of blackness, of melanin. That is what my area of expertise is. It's looking at just the deep science of melanin and how our biology reacts with nature. And synthetic foods and how that affects our mental, our psychospiritual presence, our biological presence, our potential for quality of life. So all of that hinges on how melanin is functioning within the body. So my book is an in-depth analysis about melanin and all the things it does. And in my intermittent fasting and holistic approach, it's specifically looking at people of color.
Okay.
Wow.
I believe that you've actually got a book.
Yeah, it's called The Melanin Effect.
Okay, and
The Melanin Effect, and it's really about
that's what I'd like you to tell us more about melanin. Melanin.
Yeah.
What is melanin?
I was going to ask that question.
Joe, yeah. When did that start? When did you start seeing the linkage?
2003. My uncle was in the US military at the time, so I would go check him out every summer, and I'll get to travel around America for free for the most part. And I ended up somewhere in a barbershop. I'm sure it was a barbershop somewhere because the military barbers were horrible. So I was like, I need a black store, please. So we went in there, and I didn't realize in America, the barbershop is like the hub of our culture over there. Like everything that's happening in black culture is discussed in the barbershop, like literally.
Yeah.
So there was some
UK.
Sorry, that happened here too as well.
Not
you can rough, and you know.
Yeah, we can really. The older generations in the UK make use of that because as time went on, we've lost that sense of community the way that maybe your generation had it. So in America, though, it is the cornerstone of the whole community. So some guys were just debating back and forth, just in a friendly banter, but they were talking about Jesus and melanin, all this stuff. Now, coming from a strict Catholic background, I'm in the chair scared to death about all of this stuff I'm hearing. So, you know, my inner Jesus is like, what are they talking about? So I'm sitting there getting my hair cut. I'm like, all right. But I'm also addicted to what I'm hearing because this is the first time I've heard the black woman is God or things of this nature. I'm like, what are you talking about? So as I started to, I just sat there. So my haircut finished like 4 hours ago. I'm just sat there in the corner like, what are they talking about? So they started talking about all these things melanin can do, and it blew my mind. And I was like, so I'm sitting there with all this gold dust, and I didn't even know what this thing can do. So when I came back to London, I'm telling my whole area, I'm like, hey, guys, I had a proper meeting. Like, I called all the man, I had a proper meeting. They're looking at me like something serious happened. And I was telling them about melanin. They're like, this boy calling us out here for talk about what is that? Yeah, bro, it's our skin. We get. I'm like, no, you have no idea. So for the first 10 years, I was the crazy kid speaking about melanin and stuff like that. So I started teaching it in 2013. So I started teaching because I was going around England trying to find teachers on melanin, but nobody was available.
You still haven't defined what melanin is.
What is? It's not very much to know how I got into contact with the information. Sorry. Melanin is a physical and metaphysical molecule that transcends time. So what it is also what it is. It is everything to do with anything that is natural. So it is. When you listen to quantum mechanics or you listen to particles and waves, they're talking about how melanin is functioning. So melanin is our hormones, it is our brain power, it is our immune system, it is our thoughts, it is our existence, our intelligence. So melanin is everything that has to do with anything that is natural. So there's melanin in nature, there's melanin in plants, bacteria, birds, bees, whatever, insects, they all have melanin. Human beings have melanin. Melanin is not exclusive to just black people. White people have melanin. Asian people have melanin. Everybody has melanin. So melanin is a molecule that is conscious of itself, and it is ancient as time itself. So now we know it as what covers our skin, but actually it's far more deeper than that. It is a carbon-based molecule that is able to transcend the physical, and it's in your hair, it's in your eyes, it's in your mouth, it's everywhere for the most part. But it's like a very powerful molecule that's capable of doing some extraordinary things if we can tap into it properly.
But how is melanin produced?
Oh, it's produced on the 11th chromosome on L-tyrosine. So you have this amino acid called L-tyrosine, and it goes through a catalysm through something called tyrosinase, an enzyme called tyrosinase. And everybody has it. So at that point, it either goes into two stages, right? So it goes into dopamine, right? Because you're made of dopamine. You're made through a happy hormone. You're made in joy.
Right. Mr. Joe Dash.
Yeah.
You're on a level, yeah? I'm going to give you that, yeah? But you're still talking on a very high level, yeah?
Right.
And as a speaker, as you've told me, you need to break it down slightly even more, come down a couple of levels, yeah? Beginning like with the pineal gland, etc. Yeah. So because you're using a lot of jargon.
Posh words. Technical words. And me I sit down and listen to what the Rastas man talk about. So that's talking it blunt. Break down some of the words.
Break it down. Melanin is made in everywhere in your body. It's made everywhere in your body. Simple as that, right? If you want the simple version, melanin is made everywhere in your body. And you have pheomelanin. Pheomelanin is what white people have, and Asians and Orientals. And anyone that's brown or dark skin has what they call eumelanin. There's 2 different types of melanin that people make. You also have neuromelanin in the brain. You have serotonin and melatonin. These are all melanin, right? These are all versions of melanin. And sun is organized by the sun. So the sun hits you and then it organizes your melanin, but it's a carbon-based molecule in the most simplest sense. Yeah, it's carbon, it's dark, it's white, it's every color, it's in your air. It allows you to hear every sound available on the spectrum. So you understand black music is coming from people who can tap into sound waves that other races cannot hear. Your taste buds, your ability to see, you know?
Joe, for mixed heritage, what kind of melanin, what is that called if you've got mixed heritage?
If you got 1 drop of black blood in you, you are automatically black. Period.
Okay.
That is just genetic. I don't care how you look. If you have a parent that's full black and you're another parent that's white, you're black. If you have a parent that's mixed race and you have a parent that's white, you're a little less black, but you're still black. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because that gene is the predominant gene.
Okay, can you? It might be a silly question, but you know what me, Tan. Can you lose melanin?
Yeah, you can lose it. Yeah, of course, through the foods you eat. Yeah, you can. People have vitiligo on the skin. You lose melanin in the brain as you get older. You can lose melanin in your stomach if you get a bit overweight. You can lose melanin if you just don't take care of it. So yeah, you can lose it.
So in taking care of, I can't say the word. What
melanin.
Yeah. How you take care of? Yeah.
Sunlight, lots of it. Eating with nature, so eating a lot of your greens, veggies, and stuff like that. Exercise, staying hydrated, and staying well rested. You'll take care of it just doing that.
What about the vitamin D supplement, Joe?
Vitamin D supplement, you need to get vitamin D3. Vitamin D3, unfortunately, is non-vegan. So for people that are plant-based, sorry about that. You add it because vitamin D3 is the main vitamin you get from the sun, and the only way you can get it is if you supplement it. Because what you get from plants is vitamin D2, but vitamin D2 is not enough to help black people out, and you need about 4,000 IUs a day minimum to be considered healthy. You know what I mean?
4,000 what, sorry?
IUs is how we measure the amount of vitamin D that's in the body. So you need about 4,000 IUs per day. In fact, black people need a lot more than that, but because of epigenetics and all the other stuff, it's very hard
to how much exposure in the sun do you need to get all of that, Joe? And
about 30 minutes minimum.
Different? Even winter, spring, does it matter?
If you're trying to get, if there's no sun, there's not much we can do but supplement through the vitamin D3. But black people need to be in the sun for at least 30 minutes at a time. If you're European or you have lighter skin, then 10 minutes is enough in the sun. But we need to be in the sun for about 30 minutes because our melanin make it hard for the vitamin D3 to be created. So we have to be in the sun a lot more longer.
Sorry, Joe, you're saying this vitamin D3 supplement. So what is that D3 supplement? Because for me, like my thoughts are, if we get vitamin D3 naturally through the sun, how are they recreating this supplement? What is in it? Because you said it's not for vegans, so I'm taking that it's animal based.
Yeah, it's animal based. Now that's a great question. It's normally pulled from lamb. It's normally pulled from lamb in the fatty tissues of the lamb, in the inner walls. In most places, it's the inner walls of the lamb's stomach. In some other, in few other companies, they've talked about pulling it from beef. They've just said beef, so it could be cow, goat, or whatever the case may be. But the only other place you can get vitamin D3 from, but it's in such minute degree that it's not even worth it, is from algae.
Algae.
So you can get vitamin D3 from algae, but it's so minimal that it's pointless.
It's pointless.
For black people and for white people, they can take that and they can be fine. For you, it's just so pointless. You're gonna have to take it because remember, like vitamin D is a fat soluble molecule, so it stores itself in adipose tissue, which is fat cells. So they have to pull it from fat. Do you understand what I'm saying? Vitamin D3. So they're pulling it from the stored fat cells of the animal, because you just can't get it from vegetation. You get vitamin D2 from vegetation. This is why Black people are placed in the equator, where you have the most exposure to sunlight, because the creator, nature, knows exactly what you are and where you need to be. So when you come into the Western world where there's no sun, damn near nothing at all, it works for Europeans because they don't need much of it. They need 10 minutes of it every month and they're good. But for me, you and everyone else on the panel, now we need a lot of sun. A lot of it. Like it's so imperative. Remember, like, the melanin in your brain is responsible for your intelligence, your memory, and your ability to self-identify with this reality. And that's Black, white, Asian, or whoever. So if you don't have melanin, you are non-existent.
Is that why we get so miserable in the UK when we hit winter?
Absolutely. Jesus, that cold and that grayness starts to influence our psyche and our psychology, because when you take any entity outside of this habitat, it has to adjust. And in its adjustment, it will cause chaos first. Do you understand what I'm saying? An example beyond just humans, let's look at pigs. Pigs come from the hippopotamus family. But they've taken them out. Remember, hippopotamus are water-based creatures. They spend most of their time in water. So when you see the pig rolling in its own feces and rolling in its mud, it's because it needs to be in water. But you've taken it out of its environment and placed it somewhere foreign. You take Black people, you take us out of our environment and place us somewhere foreign. So our ability to connect emotionally, mentally, physically is impaired. So we're always climbing this uphill battle. On top of that, we eat horribly. Our diet is so horrible. What we call African food is horrible food.
Mr. Samuda, Mr. Smitzer. We can hear you moving around, and we can hear your wires doing all kind of thing there. You can sit down for a little bit so we can hear this young man, because we're actually running out of time in terms of the 15 minutes. It's a very short.
It's been really good, Joe.
I know that it's a massive subject.
It is very, very deep. I'm actually doing a course for it in March, 6 weeks course on melanin and nutrition. So for people that want to learn what this melanin is really about, you get 6 weeks of us just diving to layers upon layers of what this melanin is. And I guarantee, once you thoroughly understand what it is, a lot of things will start making sense to you. You know what I mean? Because even our spirituality is linked to melanin. Do you understand what I'm saying? Melanin is the conductor that connects you to the creator. But it's a neurotransmitter. So when you eat garbage, you're distorting the signal. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we need to come away from the westernized diet back into nature, because the only health available is in nature. There is no health in pharmaceutical drugs or in a hospital.
Amen to that.
Only exists in nature, period. So that's why it's important, because if you know everyone here that's familiar with African spirituality or indigenous cultures, you know that we put God in everything. We put the crate in our clothes. You can go to the Ghanaians and talk about kente clothing. We put God in our architecture when we set, if you look into stone masonry and all these things, like we structure God in our existence. So when it comes to our diet, God has to be present in there as well. And what does God look like on the plate? It's definitely not fried chicken.
So it's going back to our roots, isn't it, Joe?
Right. That's the only place, because everywhere else, that's why the Chinese do so well. The Chinese do so well because they do not deviate from tradition. I don't care where they are. But Black people, as soon as we cross the borders, we leave our mind and culture back in the islands and then try to.
Have we not been encouraged to integrate?
It's not. I'll give you the biggest piece of advice I got from my grandfather, which is, it may not be your fault, but it is your responsibility. So that's where Black people are. It is not our fault that a lot of things have happened, but it damn sure is our responsibility. So we can keep farming out the responsibility to white man this, white man that, but it's our suffering. So no one's going to save us from it. So it's our responsibility. So unless we take responsibility, this is just a cycle, never-ending cycle for generations
and
to come.
I think one of the good things about COVID, it's allowed us to re-look at our roots, Joe. It's allowed us to be open to people like you who are coming, who've been, preaching it for years, and now we've got a chance to listen and make a difference.
What I find quite intriguing is that I've spoken to two of the younger men in the community, and they seem to be very on point with this.
Yes.
Joe being one.
Yes, sir.
And who is it I spoke to yesterday? I was talking to Siddiqui. Yeah, I was talking to a young man named Siddiqui yesterday who's into mental health and what have you. So the youngsters seem to be up on it. It seems to be us elders. Now the thing is, Joe, is I went onto Amazon to and I think just out of interest, you might want to know that your link is actually broken.
The what?
Your link to the book
on Amazon.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Oh no. So basically, I sell it off my website because I had so much issues with Amazon. So people want the book, they can get it from my website.
Right. Okay. So what I then need to do, or at least have, is there's a thing called private chat. Right. Could you tap in some details into there? Right. So that I can let people know where they can get hold of this book. Yeah.
Yeah, and the course starting in March as well, Joe.
As well as the course.
Yeah.
If you go on my website, I've got the course on there. I also have a podcast on YouTube as well with information where I talk to different people about the health in this society, talk to some amazing people as well, because we need to get information out there to the forefront. I think the danger is we're in the age of information, but we are packed with so much misinformation by the truckload, to the point where social media is, people are living and dying by the information on social media. Like they're really running with what they're hearing. There's not enough critical thinking involved. And that's a very dangerous thing because people see stuff on social media. A great example is like everyone moving from WhatsApp to Telegram. Yeah. This has become the new thing. And I wonder how many people have stopped and realized like you're jumping from the Americans to the Russians based on what they've told you. So my thing is when we jump on things because we think this is the answer, if it doesn't come from our community, please understand there is another agenda that does not involve your benefit.
Tell them again, Master.
How many times Europeans have to do this before we realize the game? Yeah. And people are damn sure so believing in it wholeheartedly that they're saying, "Oh, I'm coming off WhatsApp." I'm like, for what? Because they're watching my stuff. I'm like, actually, if you study what they're saying, they're sharing it with their own company, and they're letting you know by law. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if you're on Facebook or Instagram, they already have your information. So what are you running from?
Already?
What are you running from?
I can understand why everyone was jumping across.
Bro, everyone's gone insane with this thing, but this is the problem. If you watch on Netflix, it's called The Social Dilemma. This is the thing that they're telling you. This AI is growing stronger by influencing real life. So that's the same people talking about flat Earth and all this stuff. I'm like, you know who started the rumor? People don't even know where it's coming from. Everyone just jumps on something. So it is dangerous in the age of information. Yes, we're up on the game, but the way black people are so easily manipulated is scary to me. It's scary to me.
It's black people. It's all people. It's all people.
Bro, I say all people. I say black people for just one particular reason. Everyone is fair. You're right. You're absolutely right. It is all people. But here's the issue. All other races have a fallback plan if it goes left. We do not. So when we are looking at things, they're playing on our traumas to do it. Right? Constantly. So when you play on people's traumas, remember, we are addicted to our traumas. It's an addiction. Because what you put your attention to, what you put your thinking towards, what you put your action, where your energy goes is what you love. So if you love watching traumatic stuff on social media because some Karen is doing something to black people, they know that they can live vicariously through me and you through enforcing trauma. And we'll spread it like wildfire in like 100 WhatsApp groups. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for me, when it comes to health and nutrition and a lot of things, I try to give people context. Like this is how it works. Because there's too many YouTube scholars for my liking. There's too many people that Google to death, YouTube to death, and think they know enough to tell the public. It's the same thing about vaccinations or the same thing about that. I am just telling people, think critically. Don't live through your fear to say whether or not you're going to get it or not. Don't use fear as your rationale. Use critical thinking. Do your research. Look into it. Look at the whole situation. But we don't do that. We vicariously live through fear and say, no, we're not doing that. Why? Because we don't trust it. Is that really a critical thinking reason?
Not really. Just don't follow fashion.
Joe, You can talk. Joe, I see that you can talk till Tuesday, which is great. That's great.
Other things,
Joe, you're just like Rudi. Don't even listen to him. You're just like Rudi.
Friday's more like it, not Tuesday.
What we have is Mr. C, who's a comedian who's on the panel right about now, and he does a show called What a Week, which covers a lot of black issues as well. Tell us a little bit about that show, Mr. C.
Yeah, so What a Week is a topical discussion where we look at things what have happened during the week from a black perspective. And if there's nothing really, for 2021, we're saying if there's nothing really uplifting for us as black people in the news, then we might not even cover that. So trying to reduce all the talk about vaccinations and all that other nonsense. I'm not saying because we don't think coronavirus is serious, but we just think that, there's other things that for us as black people we need to talk about. So hence my co-host every week since October has included a section as regards to black history. And when we talk about black history, we're looking at it from the point of view as what has been our experience, what kind of information has been hidden from us, especially us who live here in the UK. And again, how history has been altered in the fact that a lot of historical events, a lot of historical people have been whitewashed. And how easy, same thing like what Joe is saying, how easy it is to manipulate people to think and believe certain things through I call it the witchcraft of the English language, because the English language is the #1 hocus pocus spelling language of the world.
Thank you. And then when you say me can't spell properly and me can't talk properly, you're just talking to yourself now. And thank you, see.
Man, nothing lie. Stop lying, man. Stop the lying. Stop it. You're not.
and DJ Countryman is a prime example of how easy it is to manipulate people.
Yes. Me just praise you up and know you shut me down.
But on a serious level, the show is...
Mr. C, can you tell us what day we can get hold of you?
Yeah, it's on Tuesday at 7 p.m. You can catch us on Facebook or YouTube or MediaNet Live, and the show is actually called What a Week.
It's called What a Week, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second.
Yeah, it's a fantastic show, Mr. C and Tony Crossbody.
One Shot Marinade, the authentic Caribbean seasoning. Good tasting food is at the heart of Caribbean culture, and seasoning is essential to the flavour of any tasty dish. Available in 4 flavoursome varieties, One Shot Marinade has been developed to bring generations of culinary knowledge from the melting pot of the Caribbean direct to your kitchen. So, whether you're preparing an elaborate island dish or a quick tasty snack, choose One Shot Marinade. A little bit of Caribbean history in every bottle.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That was from our sponsor, One Stop Marinade. One shot Marinade sauce. Great guy. He's got behind a young lady who came on by the name of Rihanna, who does waffles and shake, and he's produced a website for her after watching it on this program. So please, a nice big round of applause for that, please, from everyone. Nice round of applause for that. I think that's really great. We've now just shifted. We've just taken a shift, ladies and gentlemen, and we're moving into our quiz section of the program. Thank you, Joe, for enlightening us. We really do appreciate that. Same with you, Mr. C, doing great work. Great works.
Thank you, Mr. C.
Norman, I do believe that Kaz believes that the two of you might be family. No, man!
I think he's on a delay, Rudi.
Yeah, is he? Where is he? Wolverhampton or
Just be patient. Just be patient.
Is he in Wolverhampton? What's going on, man?
He ain't down there.
Nah, man.
Nah, man. He's there.
No one's watching Pornhub or something.
I think it's that left corner. You keep having problem with the left corner.
Family show.
No, man. My God, okay, we tried talking to Norman.
Man, you know, yesterday we are calling you. What there now, man? Nah, man, you're not acting normal, nah, man.
You know what? Nah, man, mute him mic, just like the kids them at school. Them mute their microphone.
Oh yeah.
Norman, you're on
Something about that left corner.
He may have been muted, but his lips aren't moving though.
He's not even listening to us. He's not even.
It's that left corner.
Hey, Rudy, kick him out and then bring him back in. He might understand then.
All right. Okay. Right, we want to find out how your brains are working this morning. It is quiz time. It is quiz time. It is quiz time.
Whoa. What do you mean, oh God?
It is quiz time.
I feel the tension.
We've got a young student as well. We've got a comedian. We got the Rants and Banks crew. So I hope you're going to pay attention to this, Mr. Dash.
I need my pencil.
Is he listening? Joe, you listening?
Get this right.
Okay, here we go.
What number am I? I have a 3-digit number. My 10th digit is 5 more than my 1st digit. My 100th digit is 8 less than my 10th digit. What number am I?
Jeez, really?
No, that's not a number. That's not a number.
At this time of the morning.
Come again.
At this time of the morning.
Come on, man. Mr. Joe, you get it right, Joe?
No, I'm still looking at it. What number?
My 100 digit is 8 less than my 10's digit.
Come on, man. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy.
3-digit number. Okay, then 10-digit.
Get that melanin.
Melanin working.
That's it.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
That 10-digit is 5 more.
I'm going to go for 250.
Mr. C said 250. No. Thank God.
Digit is 8 less than my 10's digit.
I have no idea.
It's 8.
I have no idea.
Is it?
Go on, Antiguan.
Look at the despair on their face, country. Look at their faces.
Look at Shug's face.
I got last. I'm still last.
You're from Wolverhampton, so it's okay.
I don't count on the weekend. Count Monday to Friday.
Mr. C?
I would have said 250.
No,
Jackie Sinclair.
It's definitely not 250.
The answer is 1. No.
You can see why Jackie feel maths. Mr. C? Mr. C, I'm waiting.
I did say 250, but I've just said that it's incorrect.
Yes. Say it one more time, Mr. C. It's what? It's incorrect.
It's
no. Don't even entertain.
I will, because unlike DJ Countryman, I know when I've made a mistake and when I'm wrong.
It's not a mistake you make. I just want you to say the word incorrect. That's all. Nothing else.
He's planning something.
Joe, you all right?
251.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
Okay, I think you should put it on, Countryman.
Unfortunately, the answer is
6
1.
6 1.
What?
194.
That's like leaving the exam and you think you got it, and then someone blets out there completely wrong.
194.
Okay.
194. That's the answer. 194.
Yeah, 194. I'll agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. You agree? Yes or no?
Well, it adds up.
Right, isn't it?
Yeah, you are always right, country.
Thank you.
Don't encourage him.
You're welcome.
Well, that was a nice, easy one to start us off with.
You know what I mean?
Very nice, easy one.
And you know why?
Saturday, you know.
I have my carrot juice drinking, so me all right. Son.
I'd go shopping on a Friday.
How did you make the carrot juice, though?
With carrot, apple, pear, ginger, and drop a piece of lime in there.
Oh, nice one.
We don't make carrot with milk no more. No, we don't make carrot.
So here I'm asking, how do you guys prefer your carrot juice? With or without nettles?
Without.
Oh, without.
Without too sweet.
Without, yes, that's been without.
Without.
Well done.
Hey Norman, you're back. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Norman?
Yeah, I've been having some technical. I could hear you. I was having some technical problems before. You was kind of breaking up, so I couldn't hear the whole conversation. So
that's what the kids them say.
Sounds all right now.
The little boy, isn't it? Having technical issues.
Oh, look at Norman.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
That's what the kids them say at school. When the kids them online and them can't hear you, I've been having some technical problems. My phone's not working. Oh, this is not working. That time I sit down there, I smoke spliff, I look pan, I do what them want for they except learn the lesson. It's all right, man. We understand. We know the story. We know the score.
We go. You teaching, Patrick?
Say again?
About spliff. What type of students are you teaching?
The delinquents.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Something like that. Something like that.
Am I not in Wolverhampton though?
No. Nope. And nothing wrong with Wolverhampton, but no.
Okay. We've got 5 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So now we're gonna dig into the depths of your memory.
Okay.
Joe might get a bit lost on this one. I am a picnic with.
Mr. C should get all this right.
We shall see.
The only thing I remember is where I've hidden my money. That's the only thing I remember.
Now, I only want the answer to the question that we asked. Okay? We only want the answer to the question that we asked.
Oh, boy.
Okay? So before they were famous, could you tell us who is number one?
The angle's horrible.
You can ask about the angle.
Number one.
Nah, bro, I don't know.
Don't know.
He looks as if he should be in a boy band. Can I ask a clue? Is he in a boy band? Really?
No, he's not in a boy band.
Oh, not Vanilla Ice.
No.
Come
on, Mr. C, you're letting me down.
Do we get any clues at all?
No.
He's a comedian.
He's a comedian.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
English
comedian. He's an
Eddie
actor.
Oh, is that what's his name from?
Eddie Izzard.
No,
it's not Eddie Izzard. Is it the one who does the character? What's his name?
He does characters. He does a character.
Come on, Eddie. Come on, Mr. C. Come on.
Oh, what's his name?
You got it. Come on, you're there.
Is he a rapper, singer?
No,
he's a comedian. He's a comedian.
Is he animated on stage? Like, does he sweat?
No, he's got a kind of chavvy character. He wears a cap.
He was in Britain's Got Talent.
What's his name?
He was in Britain Got Talent.
Britain's Got Talent. Oh.
Comedian.
He was a judge in Britain's Got Talent.
Oh, I know. David Williams.
Correct.
Well done, Mr. C.
Wow, that's a really different photo.
That's an old picture of him.
Yeah, it's a real old
David
picture.
Williams.
That's a good one, Rudi.
Number 2.
She's an actress.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't she? Wasn't she all up in drugs and everything? Isn't it that her?
Yeah.
Mr. C.
Yeah.
Nah.
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. Oh.
No.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore.
No.
Isn't it Drew Barrymore?
He was a lot older than that.
Okay, Kill Bill.
Yeah, the old.
No.
Uma Thurman.
No.
Oh boy.
She went out with the president of America, Bobby.
Somebody said Norman Wisdom.
She went out with who?
The president.
Oh, Nancy
Which president?
She went out.
Or is it one of the Anton Deck or somebody like that?
No.
No, number
Talk about the
2.
girl, number 2.
So if she went out with the president, it's either Nancy Reagan or it's Kennedy's woman.
Our name begin with him.
M.
Name begin with him.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh,
Jeez.
Wow, that's a lovely photo.
Mr. C, I'm proud of you.
Number 3.
Robbie Williams.
Oh my God.
That goes
100%.
to Astrid.
Astrid.
Good
yeah,
girl.
Astrid. Good girl.
I think you lot are going to struggle with number 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
Every
the hell.
DJ is supposed to know this one.
No, number 4 is
Shirley
Barbara
Temple.
Streisand.
But see, I'm
Barbara
Yeah,
Streisand.
Barbara
Well done,
Streisand,
Mr.
yes.
C.
Barbara Streisand.
Mr. C,
Well
well
done,
done.
Mr. C.
Number 5 is Brad Pitt. Let me at least get 1 point.
We take away a point from, in fact, we're going to even do more than that because I did say, right?
Kick her out, man.
After
Kick
you
her
ask
out,
the
man.
I did
question.
say,
Kick her out, man. Kick her out. Kick
Oh,
her out.
sorry.
Kick her out, man. Kick
Oh,
her out, man.
country.
Kick her out. Kick her out, man. Kick her out, man. Kick her out.
you know you don't hear. You know when you don't
Kick her
hear.
out, man.
We did say you can only answer the question when
After you've
asked.
asked it. Yeah.
Yeah? And even though I know how you women stay nowadays, yeah?
Beat you the frying pan, yes.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Marilyn
Platform.
Monroe.
On this platform, see? Okay, number 5.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
That goes to
Astrid.
Astrid.
Yeah, that one there.
Astrid. Yeah, that one there. That was correct.
Number
Number
6.
6.
Boy band.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
Sean.
but
I don't know his name
Sean
either.
somebody.
It begins with
Marilyn
S.
Monroe. That's what I said.
Marilyn.
Oh.
It begins with S. His name begins with S.
Somebody say it in the chat room.
Sean.
Sean
In the
Penn.
chat. Somebody said it in the chat.
Somebody said it in the chat.
Oh, can't even see the chat room.
No.
Shane something
Not
and
in
the
the,
other.
in the army.
Shane Gately.
Stephen.
No, that's Chris. What, number 6, right?
Stephen
Yeah.
Gately.
In that
We're
footballer.
going to give that. We're going to
Stephen
give that to
Gately.
Spice.
Yeah, he's not a footballer. He's a boy band thing.
You're
He's a
giving
boy
that to
band.
Spice.
Stephen
Spice, get
Gately.
one. Number 7.
Number 7 is a serial killer.
It looks like that.
That's the face of a
It really
serial
looks
killer.
like one. Yeah. Jamie Bolger, wasn't it? Killer. But is it an actor, Rudy?
Yes, he's an actor. He was in EastEnders.
God.
Oh no.
Oh,
He
is
was
it?
a brother.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Martin Kemp.
Yeah, that goes to Antigua.
It is. Yeah, I can see it now.
Wow. Okay.
Funny because you covered these actor names.
Number 8.
I know who this is.
Missy Elliott.
100% Missy Elliott.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's the easy one.
Somebody else say it
I
first.
said it first.
With Sugar.
That goes to Shugs. Here's one you're going to struggle with. Number 9.
Drake.
No.
Another singer.
American or US?
UK.
Craig David. Craig David.
Whoa! Well done.
Oh,
Yay.
well done.
I feel say Mr. C
Number
had teeth, you know, but hey. Number
Well
10.
done.
Supposed to get teeth.
Number 10.
100% like to see you win, Mr. C.
No, I'm like Mr. C to win. But
No,
somehow
I'm
I feel same cheating, but hey.
I need to cheat.
Only repeat 10 very good.
Great brain.
Number
You
10, number 10.
Number 10. You said number 10, didn't you?
Number 10 you're saying now, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
number 10.
Number 10.
That's not a good picture.
Number 10 reminds me of Hillary Clinton for some strange reason.
You're not far off.
Tame Diana.
Begins with E.
E.
If you want to be my lover, you got to
Emma Bunton.
Baby
Emma Bunton.
Emma Bunton.
Shoop's
Right.
got it
Baby
right, Emma
Spice.
Bunton.
That's a
Shoop's got it right, Emma Bunton.
yes. Well done, Shug.
Number 11.
Mary Quant.
Share.
Oh, well done, Astrid.
Astrid's a chair. Well done. Number 12.
Number 12. Only Joe Biden would get number 12. That's his kind of girl. That
Number 12.
Stop it.
he like to sniff them kind of girl hair.
Stop it.
It's a bit cold. Number 12.
All right, obviously an
Number
actress.
12.
Actress.
Begin with H.
I can't even see number 12. How you lot see number 12?
It's the girl next to Cher.
She's got a red hat on, bro.
Red hat.
Oh yeah, there you go. Sorry.
Hillary Swank.
Number 7.
Wait, hold on. What was that? What was that? I just heard something.
Hillary
Mr.
Swank.
C. Mr. C.
Close. The
You're
first
close.
name is correct.
You're close, but not that close. Come on, Mr. C.
Hillary Clinton.
No.
Close.
Monica Lewinsky.
Monica Lewinsky.
No.
Begin with H.
You said close. So, okay.
Hillary.
Hillary, yeah. Hillary Dunn?
D.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yay, well done. Well done.
Oh, did I get it?
Yeah.
Oh, that came from nowhere.
Hillary who?
Hillary Dunn.
Hillary Dunn.
Oh, I've never heard of her.
Okay.
Came out of nowhere. Mr.
Sorry, we're now on number
Is that
13.
Is 13 British?
From Anton Deck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another singer.
Oh.
Another singer.
I'll tell you one thing. After the priest,
Oh,
he don't smile like that
Robbie
again.
G?
Huh?
Is it Robbie? Not Robbie G. Robbie
Williams.
No.
Yeah.
Not Robbie Williams.
Begins with G.
Gary.
Yes.
Gary Barlow.
Gary
Barlow. You're going down the right line.
Oh,
Gary Glitter.
Gary Glitter. Guess what? No. Gary Glitter.
He looks like he's about to be troubled by Gary Glitter.
You people go down there.
Dressed in the right attire from Gary Glitter, Jimmy Savile, and kind of Captain
He had a stutter.
Gary
Oh,
Barlow.
yeah.
No, Gary, the one
No.
from X Factor. Gary.
Yeah, the one with extra. Yeah.
Oh, what's his
Was
name?
it Gary?
He's got the stutter man. What's his name?
Hello.
Gareth
Yeah,
Gates.
Sharon
Gareth
Spice.
Gates.
Sharon Spice
Gary.
gets it long time.
Gareth Gates.
Go on,
Sharon
Sharon.
Spice
I know,
gets it
but
long
I'm
time.
saying that. No, I can't
It goes to Antigua. She did not see Spice's comment.
I can't see her. Yeah.
Okay.
Gareth Gates. It's
Whereas
not a Gary.
Okay.
Yeah, the Gary thing put me off, man. Gareth
Number,
Gates.
Yeah, it was.
number 14. Number 14.
I can't see it anymore.
You can't see nothing.
I can only see it on my screen.
Yeah, there we
Number
go.
14. Number
What
14.
14? We haven't got 14. We're on 9.
Oh, sorry, lad.
We're at
Mercy.
9. You're
No,
from
you
Wolverhampton.
see it.
We are on number
Nine.
14.
Where is
Hey,
scrolling across
we
the
go
bottom,
from
it
8
says
to 14. Where's 14?
14 is
The
down
what?
the
Is that a girl?
fourth one along.
Is it a girl or a boy?
That's a good
Girl.
question.
Yeah,
The shirt says girl, the haircut
Oh,
says
it
boy.
looks like a girl.
It's a non-gender person.
Well,
It
then
is.
it's Frank Maloney or one of them two,
I'm just
mate.
waiting for Ken. We all know who Ken is.
No, that's a president, isn't it? Is that president?
Okay. Can I get a clue? Can I get a clue?
Maggie
Go on,
Thatcher.
yeah.
You're close. Shubs,
close.
you're close.
Close. So close.
did you say?
So close.
Jackie Sinclair said P.S. Morgan.
Hold on, what was the clue?
Maggie Thatcher
Margaret?
is the clue.
Margaret Thatcher.
Maggie Thatcher.
No,
is
Maggie
the clue.
Thatcher is the clue. And there was a Margaret and I said Maggie Thatcher
What is it?
is the clue.
Is it her son?
I don't know.
Mark Thatcher.
No. Not her son.
What's the daughter called? I forgot what the daughter's name is.
Oh, is it? What's his face?
Dennis Thatcher? I don't know.
No, Mark
Dennis
Thatcher's
Thatcher.
son.
He's a female.
That's a girl.
That's
It's a female, yeah?
Teresa
what's
May.
What's her daughter called?
Is it Theresa May, did you say?
No.
It-
Not
He
Theresa
gave you a
May.
big clue.
What, Margaret Thatcher's the big clue?
Yeah?
Yeah.
And it's a female.
Yes.
Must be Margaret Thatcher's
Who's-
daughter then.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what's
but
her
I don't
daughter's
know.
name?
Carol Thatcher.
Well done,
Carol.
Antigua.
Yeah, Carol. Yeah.
Before we
That's
go,
nice.
hang on. Rudy, before we
Yes.
go, we have giant between Antigua and Mr. C. Giant
Oh,
winning.
Mr. C, me and
Giant
you.
winning. So
Okay, well,
this
Yeah, let's
one,
go to the next
15 is
one.
Snoop Dogg. I won.
no,
Real man, real man.
kick him out.
I'm playing,
Kick
I'm
him
playing,
out.
I'm playing.
Rudy, kick him out, Rudy. Kick him out,
We've all been
Rudy.
waiting for that one.
Kick him out, Rudy. Good.
That was so obvious.
Do that again. Ooh, Antigua. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Oh,
That was obvious.
Flex them pecs, girl. Flex them pecs.
We've got joint winners, yeah?
I'm waiting.
Right, we've got joint winners. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we really have run out of time on 15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood, but we cannot leave with a draw. We cannot leave with
I was happy to draw with Mr. C.
I'm happy to accept the draw with Antiguan Alison.
I'm happy too.
Whatever the prize is, I'm willing to share it with her. 50-50.
You know, say if it was me, they would have never happy with the draw.
No, me and T we're on a different level.
And because me and Alison are so used to winning, we don't mind sharing. But I can understand for you, countryman, you never win a ass in your life, so why would you share?
Mr.
Yeah,
C,
we're on the same level.
I'm going to leave you, Mr. C. I'm going to leave you with a compliment, and you know what I mean. And honestly, I was enjoying your show, and when we say I was enjoying your show, I was enjoying your show on Cruise Radio. Remember that we said that, you know.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Thank you. I'm a silent listener. You see, I complimenting you.
Thank you very much, man.
I complimenting you.
Well, you know what? It's Gargans like you, sir, who've been playing music for many, many years, who've schooled a humble scholar like myself. So thank you.
Shut up, man. Stop.
On your broad shoulders, I stand, and everybody else on my street as well.
Let me drink some of the carrot juice.
Sorry to cut across everybody. Sorry to cut across everybody. But on that note, it is time for us to depart. Joe Dash, we are running your YouTube channel across the bottom so as everyone can see where they can go. I actually went on your channel, and you've got quite a few.
Won't you be my lady?
Country, who's serenading?
Sorry. I just want to say thank you very much, Joe Dash, for coming in and talking to us about Melanin. You're a scholar, sir. And what you're doing in the community is excellent. It's excellent. It's nice to see people come out without there having to be some music in the background and everybody dress up and trade champagne upon the floor. You understand? So respect all the work that you do. Please do get in touch with this young man. He's got a brilliant future ahead of him. I believe that you're working on 2 more books, or you've got another book you're working on.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of my second book right now, talking about the history of nutrition from Africa to Europe.
So please do check him out, and also see if you can get hold of his book, Melanin Effect. Also Coach Astrid's book, which is out. Please do also see if you can get hold of that. Norman's not here. He's got internet problems, but he also has a couple of books out. Please do once again go and get hold of that. On a Thursday, we can get hold of Mr. C with What a Week.
Tuesdays.
Yeah. What platform? Is it on YouTube or something? Where can I find that, Mr. C?
It's on MediaNet Live. MediaNet Live TV. You'll find it on Facebook and also on YouTube. And as Countryman says, you'll find me on cruise-radio.com.
Yeah, man, good.
On a Tuesday and a Thursday morning.
Him good. No, man, him good.
Thursday morning.
You can also catch Antigua Alison throughout the net. She's a right whore.
No.
He's a biker, man. He's just a biker.
She's also a host on Champagne Heroes on a Friday night. You can catch her. You tune in. When you go to Wolverhampton, you've got to go up 3 flights of stairs in order to find Shugs. No doubt you'll be throwing a cat into a rubbish bin, so be careful. Watch out for that. Watch out for that young lady.
Wait for old lady.
Young lady. Please, Mr. DJ Countryman will tell you what he's getting up to.
Don't
Everything
forget
and
my
nothing.
meditation in the morning.
Yeah, and
that's
meditation in the morning. I get up to everything.
During lockdown.
Where can we find meditation in the mornings?
It's on my main page, Astrid Phillips, and I do weekday mornings at 7:30, and weekends 8:30.
Wonderful.
Nice.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to depart. I ask all of the panel not to disappear, just so that we could say goodbye to one another properly. This will only take about maybe 3 minutes. But thank you for watching DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood.
Have a good weekend, everyone. Thanks, Rudi.
This your trial and crosses, trial and crosses. You see the trial and crosses, trial and crosses. Jones, if you want someone to mind you, you better go on and left me. If you want someone to love you, hey, come in, come check me. I never born to be no one prisoner. I'm in a 101 fi come rule me Jones. Them used to laugh when me go to school and say me born town fool. You can't take me for no boo-boo, and then you treat me like doo-doo. Hey. Now I'm gonna make you come tiny, because you give me little something. Now I'm gonna make you come control me over the little bit of boom boom.
15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood, Saturday morning mayhem with two entertainment heavyweights. Join them with interviews, comedy and quizzes.
Support money for you or something.
No chance of that, Babs.
No chance.
Morning, darling.
Hey, everyone. Hey, Kush.
So, I can start.
My internet's awful.
Join them for interviews, comedy and quizzes with the yes and no game.
Hello.
DJ 251. You gone. He's gone, man.
15 minutes with Rudi Lickwood and DJ Countryman. Saturday mornings, gonna be the same again.